Welcome back to the Fast Lane Lifestyle with Asafa Powell and my beautiful wife, Alicia Powell. And on this episode, guys, we have a returning guest, and he brought his significant other with him. And it seems like a plan thing. You know, Alicia and myself, we did know the theme.
We didn't come
But
prepared at all.
obviously they knew the theme.
Matching.
You know, Noah Lyles and Junelle Bromfield. Hopefully, maybe next year when we do this again, it will be Junelle Lyles.
Pressure.
Who knows?
It very much might.
Yeah, man. But welcome, man. You guys looking fabulous in your,
Thank you.
you know,
Thank
Bob Marley outfit and all that
For a
stuff.
second, I was confused. You know, I was like, Team Jamaica, Team Jamaica.
I know, right? Man, that's the problem with us Jamaicans. You know, we just take over everything, take
Sure
over
do.
everybody. You know what I mean?
I told him that he can have dual citizenship if he
you
wants
want.
it. Yeah.
Right, because I seen when you guys came here for vacation, I seen the dancing. And
Yeah.
And he's learning some patois now, you know.
Yeah,
so
man,
can we
yeah,
get
man.
like a little tester of the pot or whatever you learned?
Yo, listen, man.
white
Listen, man.
White
It's the oxtail. It's the oxtail.
It's
The oxtail. Too much oxtail. That's the
you know,
dancing.
my favorite one is actually curry goat.
Curry goat?
Curry
Oh, so
goat
it's
is
the
by
curry
far
goat
my
then.
favorite.
It's the curry goat then.
Virgo's giving him the moves and
Yeah,
everything. And
man.
Wipri is his favorite.
Oh,
What?
Favorite word.
Huh?
No.
White bread.
Everybody
Learn
uses
it.
walk on. You know,
Yeah.
my coach come in,
White
walk
bread.
on. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, if my white coach is using that, maybe I'll use a different one.
Why pray? Janelle, all good. A former teammate,
Cool.
training partner.
Mhm.
It's good seeing you. Was very happy when I saw that, you know, you and Noah was together, and very proud of you. Let me just say that. I know I've always been proud of you, even from MVP days and all that stuff.
Mhm.
You know, so I just want to big you up on that. You
Thank
know,
you. I
and big up.
appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we love. I especially love to see black love and like a young couple. Like, you guys are a beautiful couple
Did you
together.
hear that, baby? We're young.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
we're young, okay?
And you know
Young.
these kids now, they be telling me like, "Dang, you old unc."
No, it's true.
I know, right?
I'm like, you know what?
The
You
Gen
right.
Z.
I'll see you in 3 years. You tell me who old now.
Ooh, oh, right?
Exactly.
Man,
But we
so-
have to ask, how did you guys meet?
Oh gosh.
Right.
Yeah,
This
you
story
just
gets-
slide-
Right out the
we have
cannon.
You
two
just
different
slide in the
stories.
No,
DM?
it don't.
Oh, I slid in the DM.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's hear
Oh,
it.
now you admit it.
Okay.
No, I always admitted it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This story could take up the whole video itself.
I heard a little bit of it, but I want to confirm.
You
How
heard
did
a
you
little bit.
hear?
Listen,
Right,
man,
how
listen,
did you
man.
hear?
I got my sources. And my
So,
sources
you see, as a
told me-
couple, we're supposed to suss and gossip together. He didn't even
That's
tell
true.
me.
Oh gosh, the
That's true.
gossip
It was very
that we
recent.
have.
It was very recent. So
Okay,
go ahead.
Let's hear.
Who wants to tell it?
You tell it.
All
You're
right,
better
I'm
at
telling
stories.
on it. All
But
right.
I'm gonna cut in if you're getting something wrong.
Oh gosh. That's so. All right. So 2017, she slides in my DMs. You know, we start chit chatting a little bit. I'm very defensive. You know, I'm young to the scene, and I'm over here thinking, as she puts it, I just broke the 300 indoor world record. I can't be, just be giving my number out to nobody. You never know who be
exactly what
trying to
he
take
said.
advantage of
Hard
you.
to get, you know.
I don't know you, we've only met through social media. So, time goes on, we whittle down, she hits me with you want to play like, you want to play an iPhone game. And I'm like, well, I mean, I've been messing this girl for like a few weeks on social media. I might as well give her my number. All right, cool. So we start playing on the game, over time, it gets like, I want to say it's now 4 or 5 months have passed. And, I dropped the, I think I like you,
Okay.
Now, here's where the problem lied. We both knew that we liked each other, but she could never get a day off from MVP to come
That's true.
visit.
That is true.
And I couldn't come visit because I'd get what? A few hours?
Mhm.
And then I'd have
Yeah.
to jump back on a plane to get to Monday practice.
yeah.
So there was no way we were going to be
Yeah.
able to
So
actually
at
hang out.
MVP, we usually train from Monday to Saturday.
Yep.
So there's no flight going over there
Yeah, and
at that time.
Yeah, it does-
Basically,
yeah.
you don't have any time. By the time you finish training to get to the airport, the last flight to Miami is probably already gone
Yeah.
or about to.
And then that one day that you get
And
to
one day
rest.
made no
the
sense
Sunday.
to me.
Right.
You get to recover.
And I was missing practice.
Both of you are missing practice.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. We had goals. So the year 2017 goes by. We tried to make something work. It never worked out. 2018 comes by. All right, we're still messaging. She's on again, off again with her relationship. I'm like, talking and going through dates, but not really, settling on anybody. And then kind of we got into this position. It's like, all right, we're gonna commit to one. So we commit to this date, and she comes by, and it just didn't click.
It didn't click at all.
It didn't click.
Really? The first time you guys actually.
Yeah.
We went on a date and it
Yeah.
was like,
Wow.
no, let's just be friends.
I pick her up in my car, I'm excited, At the time, I got my all white Beamer, picking her up from the airport, dead silent.
Really?
No words, no
Wait,
talk.
I need
She no talk.
Why was it? She no talk. Why were you silent?
Well, I'm a person like this. I talk a lot, but I have to be comfortable before I started talking. And it was
Okay.
just one day. Like,
She was nervous.
Were you nervous? Like,
was
was
nervous.
he
Just-
like
just a little bit.
A little bit
A little bit.
intimidating?
I got like 5 whispers.
yeah. So
So yeah, it was, I took her out to Red Lobster, introduced her to cheddar baked biscuits for the first time. I'm feeding her good.
Yeah.
I'm joking, but yeah, it just didn't click, and we're just like, you know what, we're just gonna be friends.
Right.
So later on in the year, racers Grand Prix comes up. I come to racers. I run the 100, and a lot of the U.S. athletes are like, "Oh, let's go out," and just like, "No, you like, you the man. You take us out." It's like, I don't know nobody. All I know is Junelle. So I'm like, all right, let me hit up Junelle. And like, where can I take them? So we go out and we find this place of exotic taste. I'm gonna let y'all fill in the blanks.
Exotic taste. I think I know
they
where.
wanted to go to the strip club.
I know where. I was just about to say I know where. Once I heard exotic.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And I didn't go to strip clubs. And I'm
I don't
like,
go to
okay.
strip clubs.
And I'm like, okay, let's go to Taboo.
Yeah, I figured that's where.
So we go and we start talking again. And we still been texting, but we get there
Every day.
and everybody is watching the stage.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't seen not one stripper. We was dancing the whole night.
Yeah.
Oh.
We didn't see nobody. Everybody regaling their tales of what happened that night. We just danced the whole night away, and we're like, all right, maybe there's definitely something there.
Right.
Maybe we were a little too eager, but we still have the same problem. We
Mhm.
can't meet up.
Mm.
So years go by.
No,
and,
that year, I think you invited me to your mom's wedding.
yes,
and I
'cause
couldn't
my mom
make
got
it.
You know that-
married in September.
Jamaica.
Yeah, she got married in
Mhm.
Jamaica.
Mm.
Yeah, but she couldn't make it.
Tried to get me over there multiple times.
Multiple times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tried to get me to come to Florida multiple times afterwards, but
Because I
Right.
throw an end of the year party and all that stuff.
Mhm,
She couldn't
mhm.
make it to that. All right, can't make it to the wedding. All right, I'm like, dang, this just ain't happening. Keep going, it's like the year goes on. It's like, okay, she's back with her,
yeah.
boyfriend, and I
Right.
decide to jump into a relationship. My relationship doesn't go well. She jumps out of hers. We start texting again. Yada yada yada. Then
We never texted while we were in a relationship. by
Yeah,
the way.
while we-
We're always like,
She's like, let me
Good.
get.
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
get-
Let's get this straight.
Because we knew.
Yeah.
We knew that we liked each other. So we would stop texting anytime somebody got in a relationship. So then, we finally get to this point. COVID happens. And
Mm.
it's like, okay, now I got into a very long-term relationship. So I start, dating this other girl. And, I let her know. And, she I can
Yeah.
tell this one was different. She was definitely jealous on this one.
no.
The
He
other
he texted me and he was like, I started talking to this girl. I'm like, come back to me when you're serious. So he was
Okay.
like, I'm serious. So I had him on scene for a while. And then he came back
Like
again
3
and
weeks.
sent some music.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm not replying to that. So afterwards, he unfollowed me on Instagram.
Because my current girlfriend
No, not the
had
unfollow.
found out
Like, what-
about how close we
Okay,
were.
okay,
Even
yeah.
though I
That
wasn't
makes sense.
texting her
I'm
at the
on-
time.
I'm with you
she
with that.
found out.
Okay.
And she was like, I don't feel comfortable in this
Right.
situation.
Mhm.
So, whenever I get in a relationship, I'm very serious. I'm going
Mhm.
to take it, like this could be the one every
Right.
time.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, I mean, if it's an ultimatum, I'm gonna choose the relationship because that's the
Right.
one I want to work.
Mhm.
So unfollowed her, and then she later on, what'd you do after I unfollowed
I
you?
messaged him. I was like, why did you unfollow me on Instagram? And he started explaining the whole situation.
Uh-huh.
So I blocked him and everything.
Yeah,
She blocked me.
She's spicy.
What?
She blocked me.
What?
I didn't block her. She blocked me.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So about a year and a half passed. It's now after the Olympics, and I'm getting out of
No, we
my.
saw each other at the Olympics.
We did see each other at the
Mhm.
Olympics.
We talked for like
Yeah, I was
quick
kind of shocked to
second.
see her there.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that year you
no,
were
I saw
firing.
him running up and down
Yeah.
on the home straight, looking.
He's
look-
trying to
yeah.
impress you.
No, he
No,
was
no,
just
no.
looking,
Oh,
looking.
like, is that
Like, I'm
really
like, this
her?
ain't her.
Yeah.
I finally went to cool down, and he was like, "What are you doing here?" I said, "The same thing you're doing here."
Running.
But I mean, in my head, like when I knew you at the time, I think your PR was like 51.7. Yeah, it
yeah.
was like
Yeah.
51.7. So I was just like, I know the Jamaican 400 roster. It's hard to make that team.
Right,
know?
right,
Yeah.
right.
But I hadn't kept up because I now have split off that relationship. So again, it's a shock for
Wasn't
me.
keeping tabs.
Right.
So we leave the Olympics. I think we traded pins and that was it. We left it there. After the Olympics, we get into the beginning of 2022. And I'm exiting my relationship. I'm like, this isn't working. I'm exiting it. Then I go back and I message Junelle, hey, I'm out of my relationship. I don't know if you're still in yours. I don't want to bother that if you
Not
are.
the checkup.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a checkup. I understand if you don't want to talk anymore because I completely cut you off. But lo and behold, she messaged me.
It was always meant to be.
Yeah,
like
man.
for some
The
reason, you guys
vibe,
just
the
couldn't
vibe.
let go of each other.
We really couldn't.
Yeah.
So, we started talking again. It's now again 2022. She has a meeting in
New York.
in New York in February.
Mhm.
And she's like, yeah, I'm going to be in the US. I'm like, dang, that would just be crazy if I don't know, like pulled up.
Not the.
I didn't have a track meet that week.
Yeah.
I called my agent, yo, give me a flight to New York real quick. Next thing you know, yeah, I'm coming up there. And we had, what was essentially our second date.
Yeah.
Went out to Ocean Prime. I taught her how to use chopsticks.
Yeah, that
She
was
had sushi-
embarrassing.
Look at you guys, cute.
She had
That
sushi for
was
the first time.
embarrassing.
By the way, I can't use chopstick
He can't
either.
either.
Yeah.
He just
Mm.
takes the one thing and just
Stab it.
stabs it.
No, but the
And that's-
thing why it was so embarrassing is because he was teaching me how to use a chopstick, and I finally got one sushi up, and he was like, how does that taste?" I was like, "It tastes good." He was like, "You want more?" But by then my tongue was hurting so bad.
Wait, was it raw?
I couldn't pick
Was
up
it
an-
raw sushi?
No, it was
No.
like a crab. It was cooked.
It was
Yeah.
the crab was
okay.
cooked,
Because
but
I
the
didn't
sushi was
want
raw.
any raw
Oh, okay,
sushi because
okay.
I haven't tried it before.
Right.
But my tongue was hurting so bad from practicing. I was like,
Oh.
no, and I sat there and watched him eat everything, and I wanted it so bad. I had to just watch him eat
Yeah.
it.
It was good too.
That's
But,
awesome. man.
after that, I took her to breakfast the next morning, and you said something I can't remember. It was something about this
Yeah.
moment that you said that.
Yeah,
you liked.
I told him that in that moment, I knew that I wanted him to be my boyfriend because it
Right.
was raining in New York. And I called an Uber, and he was standing in the rain, opening the door, and he
What?
waited until the
Don't
car
look at me.
drove off
Don't
and
look at me.
everything.
Don't look at Don't
Yeah,
look at
so
me.
I was like, in that moment, I'm like, yeah, I like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
What?
All right.
I mean, that's just how my mom raised me.
Gentleman.
We
So,
love that.
so that's February of 2022. Now we move into, I believe, May of
Yeah.
2022. She comes to Jacksonville for another track meet. My brother's running at that track meet. I go up to support him and like, oh, well, I guess I'm killing two birds with one stone here.
No, he came for me.
I was about to say,
He
let's
came for both.
He came for me.
Came for both. Anyway, well, it just so happens that her ex was also there.
No names.
No names, but
Good.
it was a very interesting situation that unfolded, and we're gonna leave it there. But we got to.
There wasn't no
interact.
fight.
Oh,
You
because
know,
my
there was
mind
no-
was like,
There was no
Well,
fight. It was a lot of passive aggressive
Whoops, my business.
situations.
okay, all right.
But we did eventually get our time to be able to talk and have our moment. But then we moved on, and World Championships comes up. She makes the team, I make the team.
Mm-hmm.
From that point, we were like, all right, we've seen each other more times than we've ever seen each other in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now is like, it's either now or never. And, leaving World Championships, I'm just like, I'm going to ask her to be my girlfriend. I don't care.
Was it love then?
I mean, I already knew that I liked her.
So who said I love you first?
I think I did.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. So after the World Championships, I think we were texting a lot. And before then, it was like, because even at the World Championship, it was hard to meet because with our group, we do, with Franna's group, we do
Right.
recovery, everything. Your entire day is basically taken up. So we're trying to go to breakfast and so on. And it was still hard. And he said, well, maybe after track, you'll be my wife.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so
Manifestation.
I was
Love that.
like, okay, he's serious.
What?
He wants a girlfriend.
What? Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
so-
that sounds
So
good.
so we leave World Championships. She's at Commonwealths, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna just ask her. I ask her. She says yes.
I didn't say yes yet.
Please. She said
No,
yes. She
I
said yes with her
said-
eyes.
No, I said
But then she said
before
yes
that,
with
I
eyes.
said I don't want to ruin our friendship.
Right.
And it's going to be a long distance relationship. So I don't know that's going to work. And then he came up with this 3-month. You explain
So
that.
basically, the concept is it's a tester phase. So they usually say it takes 3 months to come
this
out
is
of.
a business.
It takes 3 months to come out of the honeymoon phase. So we date for 3 months and we reassess.
Mhm.
Do we
Okay.
want to continue to date, or do we want to, go back to being friends? That way, whatever happened,
Right.
it's not going to be so serious that we hate each other,
Right,
and it's not going to be
right.
too little that we don't know if the
Mm.
relationship could be
Mhm,
better or
mhm.
more.
I like
And
that.
Every month from then, we would have a
a monthly
reassessment.
assessment.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 5th
And-
of every month we'll come together and see what is working and what isn't working.
Yeah.
Any you young athletes watching, try it out. Clearly it's
Yeah.
working.
Yeah, it's working. It's working.
We're still in honeymoon phase. She's still trying to get her honeymoon.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Just make sure once you get married, you go on the honeymoon. Don't get pregnant.
So
Yeah, we talked about that.
So you're living in Florida, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
when did that happen?
Yeah. So
How did
happened-
that happen?
was either reason you moved?
No, he was not the reason. So at the time I was in Jamaica and a lot of things was going on, like in my family. A lot of people was passing and so on. And I went to Frano and I was
Mhm.
explaining the whole situation to him. And I'm telling him that even though I'm training great, my mental space isn't here.
Mm.
So I would
Mhm.
want to leave. And even when I talked to him, he said he understood and I can come back and talk to him anytime I wanted. And I found a group in Florida. It was Gary,
Mhm,
Gary's group.
mhm.
And I was looking at 2 groups, one in Texas and one is in Florida. And Gary was the best option
Mhm.
at the time. So I ended up living like 30 minutes away from him. 25.
Well, she lived with my mom.
Yes. I live with
because
his mom.
she found out the prices in America are very different from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
trying to get a
100%.
house that quickly
Yeah.
or an
100%.
apartment that quickly is very hard.
And I couldn't drive.
She couldn't drive.
And I didn't know what the supermarket, the Publix was.
Right.
So
Right.
I met your mom, by the way, in Bermuda.
Yeah.
She's a wonderful, wonderful woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
so-
yeah, my mom offered to let her
said
stay.
she was like, you can't live by yourself.
What?
You got to come
Oh,
and live
that's
with us.
sweet.
So I lived there, and she took me to practice every single
that's
morning
sweet.
and picked me up.
What?
Yeah, and it was like 30 minutes
You
away.
know you
40
can't go
minutes
nowhere,
away.
you know, right? You
Right, I was
can't-
about to say,
listen,
yeah, she-
you are
yeah.
you are
You're-
mama's
you're-
girl now.
She's part of the
Exactly.
family.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
she now lives with me.
Yeah, because
But
we
the-
train in the same group now.
Yeah. But the day that, she moved from that house,
Mhm.
Nobody
my
could believe.
sister, my mom, my pops, they were heartbroken. Like, oh my gosh, like you talk about it now, they're still heartbroken. They're
Yeah.
still
Whoa,
traumatized.
whoa,
Especially
Oh,
Abby.
man.
Yes, so
Whoa.
Abby's my sister. But
whoa.
Oh, that is
'Cause they're now
so
best
I mean,
friends.
that speaks a lot. That speaks a lot for the person, you know,
That
Yeah.
you
with the
are.
person you
When
are.
I
you
when
know?
I moved, Abby said, "This must be a jokey joke. I'm not serious." She said it's a jokey joke. So
Oh gosh.
Oh,
So you guys
wow.
are living together now. How do you guys balance like work and life balance?
You
Training
you always talk
together.
about tracks. I always
Wonder how
wanted
does
to know
that,
that. No.
yeah. How does that dynamic work?
Yeah, I always wanted to know because while I was running, I was like, if I was dating a track girl, I wouldn't want to talk about track all the time, you
Oh,
know.
we-
But I know
we
sometimes,
talk
like
about it.
sometimes you work out, you know, workout probably didn't go so great. You compete, it didn't go so great, so
Mhm.
you probably need somebody to talk to about
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? So how does that work? You
So
know?
I feel as if when we just started training together, we both had different approach. Because I remember the first day I was practicing in Coach, no, it was
Oh.
Coach B's group. I was coming around the turn and everything, and he was like, "Go, baby!" And in my run, I'm like, "Go, baby!" What do you mean
She
by
ain't like
"go,
that.
baby"? So after practice, I was like, "No, it was in practice." I was like, "Don't do that again." In practice, I'm not baby, I'm Junelle.
Yeah.
So it was a big thing. So you still don't like that, but
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta respect the boundary because you
Right.
know that's not where we are. And we even before we started dating, we had a very good balance. You know, we'd show up to quite a few track meets that we were both at, and we weren't dating at the time, but
Mm.
you know, nobody would know that we knew each other because you know we had our own mindset and our own headspace.
Okay.
And yes, we talk about track a lot, but it's more on a standstill of not what we did in training about like the track world. Like we could talk about
Mm.
coaching and dynamics and
Mhm.
theories and concepts and stuff like that. Track meets that are coming up. You know, we're both gonna watch. You know, both gonna wake up on Saturday morning and jump on the couch
Yeah,
and
yeah.
watch like 3 different track meets.
Yeah.
yeah.
But you know, in terms of you know how was practice today? Oh, practice went great. You know, he did this and he did this, and we'll leave it
Mhm.
there. Or we'll be like, you know, like how are you feeling? Like how do you feel the program's working, and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
stuff
and
like that.
I mean, you seem like somebody who take a positive approach to everything because, as you know, some athletes, when they're having like a bad day, it's
Mhm.
like they put that pressure on everybody else,
Mhm.
you know. So, um, you seem like the type of person that you have a positive approach. You have a bad day, oh, tomorrow will be better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Like you
definitely
seem
how
like
I
that person.
think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like some people maybe I would vision it like, you know, maybe they'll go home, they're having a bad day, and they see their person, and they're like, they don't want to talk to. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
one of the major reasons why we put a separation
Mhm.
between track and the relationship
Mm.
because we're like, we don't want it to be a case where we're bringing our relationship to the track or bringing
Mhm.
Right.
whatever to the track. Is like, okay, when you're at the track, we're teammates. So whatever it's home,
Mhm.
we're going to leave
Leave
it
it.
home.
Right.
So once you get there, you're my teammate. We're bros now because I'm
That's
one of the
why she
only
not
girls in the
baby.
group.
She's
Yeah,
Janelle.
yeah. Don't
Yeah,
do that.
so-
Don't do
yeah,
that.
I'm Janelle at the
Don't do
track.
that.
Janelle at the track.
Yeah,
So-
man.
So
That's
do
a
you
man.
guys, how do you guys find like we always get asked this question because I'm from Ghana, he's obviously Jamaican.
Yeah.
Any culture differences and how do you guys like
Yo,
adjust?
he seemed to love the culture.
Right,
believe
clearly
me.
right now he's
Him
Jamaican,
love the
okay?
culture.
Like,
the
look,
choreograph would have this man dancing. Like.
Well, I'm a dancer, period. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, that's one of our main hobbies. We love
Nice.
to dance and we love to dance together. So it's like I'll try any type of dancing, you know, and I'll try any type of music. You know,
Yeah.
I'll try any type of, you know, culture and adventure
Mhm.
out there at least once, you know, just
Yeah,
to see
man.
if I
Right.
get a grasp for it. So I mean, you know, I'm open to it. She, on the other hand, don't even want to try the food in America.
Yeah.
sound like somebody I
but
know.
all right. So answer me this, right? Answer me this. What's an American food?
I
Oh,
asked
okay,
the same
you actually-
question.
So technically, the only food that America in the Americas actually have that they can claim is popcorn.
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 So you can't blame her if she doesn't want to try popcorn.
Oh, she loves popcorn.
I like popcorn.
I didn't know that.
No, she
Yeah.
loves popcorn. But putting an American twist on all
Yeah.
foods, that's
The
what makes it
thing
American.
is, I'm not the biggest fan of like pizzas and burgers and
Fast
so
food.
on.
Or
Yeah, fast food.
sandwiches.
Because I'm from the
Right.
country, I'm used to cooking everything.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat your yam, your banana, you're gonna cook breakfast, lunch, and
Mhm.
dinner.
What about those
That's what
vegetables?
I'm used to. I don't make a lot of vegetables because you cook your vegetables in your food.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
so
So you be in the
What?
kitchen. Who cooks more in your relationship? Is he a cook?
Well,
Who's
I
a
have a
chef?
chef.
You
I
have a
have,
chef.
I have a
chef.
chef, and
Okay.
he plans out all my meals.
So you taught the
I
chef
cook.
how.
And
No, I cook.
Okay.
she steals my meals.
No, I do because I'm getting a little spoiled. But
Right.
I used to cook every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to
Mm.
cook every single day when I'm there.
Nice.
Right.
And we can drift away a little bit because last year
Yeah.
we were in this same hotel.
Yeah.
The only difference, it was just you and I.
Mhm.
And we spoke. You went to the stadium. You did what you said you were gonna do. You went to World Championships. You did what you said you were gonna do. So we can jump back a little bit to last year, but you created a big roar last year when you made a comment, right? And I I can tell you, I agree with you 100%. 100%.
What is this comment?
The thing is, some people just don't like
Yeah, say your truth.
to hear.
Right. Repeat the comments.
Yeah, some people just don't like to hear the truth. And when you said the NBA
Yeah. World champ.
finals wasn't the world championships, they're not the world champion.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're the
They're
NBA
the national champions.
champion. You know what I mean? And everybody got offended by that. Having if Noah and myself and a few of the other athletes go on the track and run a relay, we're not the world champions. It's just an all-star team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can't say another somebody from another country was on the team or what. It's a state championship.
Mhm.
You are the champion for that state. So I agreed with you 100%, and a lot of people didn't want to hear that, obviously.
Mhm.
But
a lot of Americans didn't want to
yeah,
hear
but you just have to speak your truth. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I applauded you for that. I respect you for that.
I appreciate that.
And just keep speaking the truth. Sometimes it might not come out like, oh, somebody want to hear it,
Yeah.
but that's how you view it. That's how you want to say it. You know what I mean? So just keep saying your
And
thing.
how do you handle it when he makes certain statements, or like how does that affect you? Like the pressure,
how do you like
right?
it?
How do you like it?
Pressure. I wouldn't say there's any pressure on me per se. When he does things, like when he shot at people last year at Atlanta, I would
Wait, when he what?
shot at people after they
after
won
the
the
race.
race.
So after-
Yeah, I would say
Bossa
I
Blanc.
tell him not to do that.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, usually when the cameras comes on,
Yeah.
I'm everywhere with Noah, but I'm usually like way behind the camera. I'm
Nowhere to
away.
be seen.
Yeah, I'm far away from the spotlight, mainly because, as I told him before, I feel as if track is a portion of your life.
Mhm.
And if I get too intertwined with who he is now and all the flashing lights and
Mhm.
everything, at the end of track and field, I'm going to look at him and be wondering, who is this person? So that's the main reason why we have that separation. So when he does stuff in the media, unless it's bad, I won't say anything.
Oh, so
I just
how-
leave him to be him. Because I look at Noah as an artist and he likes to be free
Yeah,
and run
right,
around and
entertainer.
doing
You know what I mean?
himself.
Entertain, right.
So I leave him until I see something that I'm like, oh, that could be bad.
Right.
Then I'm like, yeah.
Okay, so like for us as a couple, I always get asked this question of like, how do I balance having my own identity outside of him? Because when you're with such big superstars, it's so easy for them to kind of like overshadow you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you handle that and navigate that space?
Well, I think I got this question before from one of my friends. Because
Mhm.
she asked me, how does it feel? Because some people is like Noah's girlfriend when I'm also
Right.
Olympic medalist and a world champion medalist, even though it's in the relay. And I'm like, I feel as if the people who really knows me
Mhm.
is the people who matters. And they call me Junelle.
Right.
And that's all I care about because I don't really care about social media anyway. Noah is the one that encouraged me to build my profile and start posting more.
Who was the one that said I need this TikTok done?
Oh, because my boyfriend said I should
You
start
said you
posting.
wanted.
Yeah, I also wanted to do more things, but I don't really care about what people
Right.
has to say at the end of the day.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys this. What do you guys find irresistible about each other?
Have you seen that booty?
We love the honesty.
I'm an honest guy.
That's
I mean, there's tons of other things.
It's funny you said honesty because when we just became friends, I told him that I liked him because of that brutal honesty.
Right.
That's what drew me to him because most of my friends are very blunt and honest, and I like that about people because I feel as if you don't really have to search too deep to know who they are because it's always going to come out first thing they speak. So that's what I like about him.
Honestly.
Besides the derriere, it's actually situations where what she was just talking about. I don't want to get too involved with Noah because if I get too involved, then I'll be consumed by his persona on the track. And then when we're done with that, I won't know who it is. Hearing stuff like that, I was like, oh my gosh, I need this woman in my life.
Right.
Like, I already like you, but that's like a solidified answer of like, okay, we're going to grow together.
Right.
And it's going to be forever. And it's going to be constant. And you're going to keep me on my P's and Q's.
Right.
And, you know, hearing things like that is like, okay, yeah, I'd want a woman like that to raise my kids.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Look at her blushing now.
Okay. I was gonna ask, like, what does the future, look like for you? But then he already answered, girl, you're gonna be raising some kids. You're gonna be a wife, all right?
Yeah, but all right, so how do you like transform? Because people might see you on the track and they're like, oh, he's arrogant, he's this, is that. I always tell people the man is performing. He's an entertainer.
It's two different
Meeting him in person. I meet this man in person, and like I've seen him interact with people off the track. He's a complete different person off the track.
Yeah.
I mean, not even doing the interviews and all that stuff. It's a different person. So on the track, how do you like, transform like what motivates you and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you were just saying last night, I got 3 different personalities. True. But it's as Junelle said, I'm an artist and I love to work in my craft. And, being a showman is my craft. So, I was just telling, my videographer of my YouTube channel, Jack, I said, hey, Jack, we did this commercial with Adidas and they have this theme. And when I win the, U.S. Olympic trials, I'm going to say the slogan. And when I say the slogan, after the 100, it's going to be all that the U.S. is going to think about. So for a whole month, they're going to be thinking, oh, Noah said that slogan, and we're going to put faith in him. And that's how I think. And because I think that way, I like creating a moment. It's like now I got like everybody onto this. Oh, something's gonna happen. Yeah, something's gonna happen. I'm putting in the work. Yeah. I want people to be excited and thinking, oh, something's gonna happen. Something's in the water. I want to be there for it. I want to see it. I want to be at the moment. I want to create that moment for people. And just running the race is not good enough in my head. If somebody runs in the woods and nobody's there to see it, did it happen?
True. Right.
That's true. That's so true.
How do you guys also motivate each other? Like Paris is coming up. USA. How do you guys even navigate that? Team USA.
I see her in a season best last week. I see Junelle in a season best.
Right.
I don't know if Junelle likes my motivation.
No?
It's okay.
What could be different?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't change anything because everything he's doing is working. But in terms of how we motivate each other, I think I'm kind of a hype man.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
I'm kind of
Definitely.
bad, man. I'm gonna see a race and be like, none of those boys can beat you.
We love
yeah.
that. Yes.
Oh, yeah, she's definitely
Just
the
be
person.
there, yeah.
Like, I'll
Just
tell her
be
my
there.
crazy idea,
Yeah.
and she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I sign on that 100%."
Right.
I would also
Support
tell him that he's crazy too. But
Oh yeah,
But
no,
I
no, no, no.
support you. I'm
But
there
it's
with
crazy,
you.
but I'm here for the ride.
Yeah.
Strap me in.
That's awesome, man.
And
Just
with-
be there.
Yeah, and with him, I think he helps me a lot mentally too, because
Right.
sometimes I'll be like, "Oh, I don't think this is working," and he'll be like, "Just the process," and so on.
Mhm.
And then he creates a team,
Mm-hmm.
an amazing
Mm.
team with chiropractors and
Mhm.
everybody, and I have full access to that, which I really love because that is expensive in the
Mhm.
US.
Right.
It's
Yes,
expensive anywhere.
So I'm getting the best of the best. So I'm
So-
happy with that.
So I have to ask you guys this. I don't know too much about it. I just heard him randomly be like, this makes no sense. Paris, they have these anti-sex beds.
I was just watching Justin Gatlin's podcast, and
What
they
is
were talking
that?
about that. So it's a new thing that just happened in 2021. They don't want athletes to be going to these things and
Why?
having
Why?
a lot of sex.
But
But
don't they
why?
hand out condoms anyway?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's an oxymoron.
I'm trying to understand. This is not high school.
But we are all
Grow-
adults.
It's all adults, you know what I mean? You have
Mhm.
people like in their 40s, like some of the throwers are
They're
like,
older.
yeah, they're in
Yeah.
their 40s. And
Yeah.
you have 30-year-olds, you know, I mean adults. You know, you might
Mhm.
find a 16-year-old or one or two,
Mhm.
you know, young kids, but
Yeah, the gymnast.
all
But-
adults at the championships. Why
Yeah.
are you even putting that in people's mind? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And when you go to the championships, the first thing you see this big thing of condoms. It's like they're telling you to
To go and have
Right.
you know what I mean?
sex,
And
yeah.
what bed is going to stop you from doing what?
A bed
mean,
doesn't
what-
always just,
Well,
you
the bed
know.
has some
The bed's
spikes.
not gonna
It probably has some
stop.
spikes coming out.
And so I'm like, what is
If you
that
have too much
anti-sex?
weight, the spikes will come
spikes
up.
will come up.
If you exceed 500 pounds, the spikes come up.
Man.
So I found that so weird, but
They probably made that bed for you guys.
Not
Right.
for us. Well, we don't.
It's
No, we
funny.
have rules about that.
It's funny because, as I
Yeah.
said, we have a separation. So even
Mhm.
at World Champs last year, we were staying at the same hotel,
Mm-hmm.
Different rooms.
different rooms, but the same hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And at no point when I got there, the first thing he was like, "Kiss." I was like, "I have a flu," but I did have a
Yeah,
flu.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like, "No kiss." So we
Discipline.
didn't
Mhm.
sleep
The
together
discipline.
and we saw each other and we
Mhm.
had breakfast and lunch and
Yeah.
dinner together, but we never slept in the same
Yeah.
room.
but
Or discipline.
athletes yourself, do you guys really even have like
Time.
during the season time to
Oh,
even
yeah.
you
think
don't
like
know. People will find time for that.
because I'm like, I know
you
people are
weren't young
like,
at one point.
well, I
Yeah,
know
still
the
young.
man over
He says he's still
here.
young.
No, I am young, but I know like with him when he's in season, it was more like we had to schedule. Like it's a
Nah,
schedule,
yeah.
okay? Like,
I
don't think we
there are
have a
some
schedule.
people who are there to win.
Mhm.
There's some people who are there to get finals. And there are some people who know this is going to be their first and last Olympics. And the
Right.
fact that they even got here was a miracle. They going
Right.
to live it up because they know it's not going to come again. And let's just say there's a lot more of those than there are people getting medals. Because there's
Okay.
only 3 medals.
okay.
True.
So,
Yeah,
so
it's
some
true.
fun happens.
Yeah, some people just make the team just to be at the Olympic Games.
Mhm.
and have fun.
So at the Olympic Games, there are so many different countries and so many beautiful
And some people are
People.
done on the first week.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're done on the first week, what are you going to do?
Just have fun.
Yeah.
Just have
Oh,
fun.
not
Just
too much
vibe.
in Paris with the
Just vibe.
anti-sex beds.
What the beds are made from? What, like cardboard or something?
Yeah.
But how are they expecting you athletes to be comfortable and get a good
I don't
night's
think
rest?
they've ever thought about that.
Yeah, I
'Cause
don't
you're
think
supposed to
so.
compete.
Oh,
You
did
know
you
what I
know
mean?
that they weren't going to have AC in
What?
in the village
Mhm.
for a long time? They only about like 3-4 months ago
Mhm.
did they decide, okay, if the country wants to pay for the AC units, the box window AC units, we'll let you guys put those in.
I wonder
Mhm.
if Jamaica's
Mhm.
gonna get it.
What?
I wouldn't bet on it.
That's actually quite insane. And we had seen the model of the apartment. We're like, oh, it looks nice and all of
Yeah,
this
a
stuff.
lot of the
but-
times, the accommodations not
But they
not ready,
did
not up to
say
par.
The room cools down by itself like 30 degrees.
So the idea is that it was supposed to be
Mhm.
self-cooling to
Mm.
whatever it was
Yeah.
outside. The
Mm.
problem is, it's supposed to be very hot in Paris. It's supposed to be 90s
Mhm.
easily. So what's
So the
20
room is
degrees
going
to
less
be
than
90.
90?
Oh.
Yeah.
70s. I'm not sleeping in no 70-degree room.
That's
I will be
insane.
sweating
That's insane.
through the night.
So they can't have sex. It's gonna be too hot.
I still don't think that stops people.
burning calories.
So,
Man.
what do you guys like to do, like off season? Fun thing like that really is your guys' favorite hobby to do together.
Mine is going to the amusement park.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because I loved Universal. Like
Yeah.
I've been there 3
3
times
times. Yeah.
so far.
Still a kid at heart.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get to do it growing
Right,
up in
yeah,
Jamaica.
exactly.
So
And I've
And-
taken her to Disney.
and
She
then
didn't like that one as much.
I didn't like that
No.
one because I didn't grow up watching
And
Cinderella.
I
and
tried
all
to
that
tell
stuff.
her.
I told him I had 2 TV stations, and in Christmas,
Two.
the only thing I watched was
Yeah.
Home Alone.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
So I like that. But the first time I went to Universal, I got an experience that, like,
Yeah,
we're cutting
I've
the.
never even had. So
Yeah.
what? So Comcast is one of my sponsors,
Mm-hmm.
and of course they own NBC and they own Universal.
Mhm.
So they said, hey, we're gonna have the Premier League kickoff going on.
Mhm.
Why don't you guys come by, jump on, the interview. We're gonna be
Mhm.
doing it in City Walk, which is like their little town outside of the park. And then we'll give you like some experience passes. Basically they call it a VIP tour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. What do you do on the tour? Oh, we'll just take you around the park. They don't just take you around the park. You go around the park. You go to any ride you want. You skip all the lines. You go straight to the front. You get to choose what seat you want to sit in, and you get to ride it as many times as you want.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that was my
That was
first
her first time
and my second time too.
and her second time.
So the
Yeah,
other day,
I don't think I've ever been.
We need to go with them. Next
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah,
we need to hang out with you guys.
Come with us.
We need to hang out with you
but
guys,
we
man.
went last Saturday.
Yeah, we went last week,
When-
and we didn't do the VIP experience.
Mhm.
So she got the true experience.
It was bad. It wasn't that bad because
It
we,
wasn't because
we still had to pay for a fast
Yeah.
pass.
we bought the
Right.
fast
So,
passes, and but some of the rides don't accept the fast passes.
Mm.
So which was Hagrid's, and it's one of the most popular rides there. So it was an 80-minute wait.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we waited a good while
Nice,
in that line, so we had to
nice.
figure out
Yeah.
some games to play in our head, and we had to
Yeah.
put our phones away before we got on into the line.
I
So,
wasn't used to
yeah.
that.
You're like, I got used to this bougie life,
Mhm.
fast life. All right.
Yeah, and this girl, let me tell you about this girl. This girl is impatient. So keeping her occupied in that time, I thankfully thought of a game that we used to play as a kid, and she latched onto it, and
Mhm.
it passed the time real
Right.
quick.
Yeah.
I love
Man.
that.
So this is like, what's that movie? Love and Basketball. This is Love and Track.
Love and track.
Love and
literally.
track,
Love
love
and
and
track,
basketball,
love-
love and
Track,
track.
track goals.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I know Alicia probably have some more couples question, but I want to ask Junelle, what high school you went to, and like how did you do at champs,
Right.
and I mean, the thing is Jamaica know the athletes during champs, but I think they forget right after
After
champs. If you
champs?
like if you
Yeah,
don't
show off a little bit.
yeah,
Tell me your accolades.
yeah, just
I was
let,
shocked.
just
I'm
let,
not gonna lie.
let the
I was
people
shocked
know.
when I heard these accolades.
Yeah, let the people
So-
know.
She don't
You
tell
know what I
me.
mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So I went to the St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Yeah.
Country guy.
Yeah. So my first year at Champs, I actually did the 200 and the long jump.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. But afterwards, class, I think I sprained my ankle doing long jump. And then I started doing some long runs. And my coach was like, oh, you're going to do a distance race. And then I did it for the first year in class 3. I got a bronze medal. And then afterwards, I won the 800 every year afterwards.
Yeah, because I know you came to MVP running the
Yeah.
800. Yeah.
And then my last year at Champs, I won the 4x4, the 400, the 800, and the 1500. After
Full of
that,
energy. Wow.
yeah, after that, let's just say they banned the athletes from doing 4 events. They only can do 3 now. So,
Oh, that's because of you.
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
man.
because I did all those
Oh.
events.
Yeah,
in
man,
that
because
time.
That good.
Yeah, so
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So some fast babies in the future.
If they
Yeah.
decide.
If they decide to.
I say in the future, I don't think our kids are going to do track.
Why do you say that?
I'm gonna push them to do different sports.
Why?
Some money making sports.
With more money.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
no,
like,
that's the
that
thing.
sounds
Yeah, that's the thing.
Tennis,
With
some
more-
golf,
Yeah.
maybe some baseball.
I mean, if they ask to do track in the
Yeah.
future and it's their
Football,
passion,
right.
then
Some
yeah.
football,
But
yeah.
I want
Soccer.
them to track golf, tennis, baseball,
Right.
everything before track and field.
Yeah, because track, unless you are like
The top.
the person,
Yeah,
you don't really
get paid.
make.
Mm.
You
I
don't
mean,
make no
you
money.
make money, based on where you're coming from. You're coming from the country making nothing,
Mhm.
then you start making money. Then, it feels like something.
Mhm.
But when you see what other people are
Yeah.
making
Other
doing
athletes,
sports,
yeah.
Yeah.
it's like you're like, man, track is a joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why we always say we don't want our kids to do track and field.
Mm.
Maybe play football. We're talking about
Soccer.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But-
So
Yeah, I feel as if sometimes, especially Jamaicans, because we're so passionate about track and field,
mhm,
like sometimes on the outside they don't really understand
Mm.
because I know multiple athletes who live in the States who have to stop track and field who are pretty good because it's so expensive
Mhm.
and they're not getting paid enough
Mhm.
for rent,
Mhm.
to
Yep.
pay their coaches,
gotta do a job.
masseurs,
Mhm.
everything. So they have to do jobs and so on. And I get that it's nice and all to see your country flag
Right.
on the
Mhm.
TV and celebrating,
Right.
but it's hard for these athletes.
Right.
Like it's really
Mhm.
hard.
The pride doesn't pay their bills.
It
Mhm.
does not.
I mean, and I see you trying to make a change in that. I see a few. We spoke about the walk-ins last year.
Yeah.
And I see some athletes starting
catching
to do
on,
it. They're
yeah.
catching on to it, man. Yo, and I mean, it's a good look.
Yeah.
Hopefully by the next
Yeah.
year
time.
and or two,
True.
it will
Really
it
take
will step
off.
up. It will step up a lot.
Yeah, I
you know
got
what I mean?
quite a few projects and quite a few things that I didn't expect was going to be coming to me that I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, I'm about to be in a position where I'm like, shoot, I can really start showing everybody what a track meet could really look like.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And shout out to to Jaden Hibbert. That man puts it on every day of the week. That man is dressing out of his behind.
Yeah.
And I'm over here like, dang, like, y'all get this man a walk-in. This is gold right here. Like, this man needs a red carpet every time he shows up to a
man.
track meet.
Right.
Yeah, we got it in track and field too. Yeah, we're fashionably in track and field.
You guys need to do a couples edition next one of these track meets.
Somebody
Yeah.
has to agree to.
I have been saying no to
doing
those
it.
walk-ins.
Why?
She don't like the
I wanna
camera.
do it. Yeah.
Get used to it, man.
All right,
Come
I was about
on.
to
You
say,
can't
First
hide
lady,
from it. You're in
you-
the sport. Yeah, it's not like if you wasn't like a sports person, then I would understand, but you cannot hide from it. When you go and stand in that lane,
track meets.
the cameraman is not going to skip over you when you're in that lane.
Oh, he doesn't have to skip. I'll be around there.
No worries.
No, he's
No.
talking about on the track. He's talking about on the track.
Oh, on the track.
Yeah, on the
I
track.
know.
And you're running,
That's just
you're
a
running
small
tomorrow.
moment, though.
You're running
But it's
tomorrow.
all
Yeah,
you
I'm
need
running
is one.
tomorrow.
Hmm?
It is a small moment.
All you need is a small moment.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Nice, nice.
And I see their fabulous pictures on Instagram, so you can't hide that much.
Oh, I love
How
my
much-
camera.
I
I love my
feel
camera.
That's what I keep telling her. I
outside.
keep telling her, you can't hate the camera and then start
You're
posting
out-
all the
like,
time.
Right, you're outside. I see. Where did you guys go? You were in that fabulous dress with the.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was the award for the athlete of the year in
Yeah.
Monaco.
Nice.
Mm.
Okay.
Nice,
You
nice.
can't run. You cannot
And
hide.
it's funny because every time I go to like events like this,
Yeah.
even when we went to Hugo Boss, people are always telling me that, oh, you have the camera, look, you should model.
Right.
I'm
All
like,
the time.
Because even at the Hugo Boss shoot, they
Mhm.
were like, have you done makeup or
Right.
everything?
They were
Because I
mistaking
was
her
at the
for a
back.
model.
Mhm,
Right.
Yes, but I'm not a camera person.
Maybe soon. Soon. He's clearly working on it. So maybe a year or
I'm
two from
working
now.
within her comfort level, so that might
Mm.
take a while.
Yeah, man. Awesome, man. But yeah, I want to wish you guys all the best tomorrow. You're running tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I know he's running for sure.
Yeah.
Running tomorrow. So want to wish you guys all
Thank
the
you,
best.
thank
and,
you.
I really appreciate you guys. When Noah reached out to me, I was like, I really like this guy. This guy's a real nice guy. And really appreciate you for what you're doing. Most of the athletes, like the upcoming athletes, they don't really respect people who were before them, but you show your respect, you know what I mean?
I'm trying.
And I respect you
I really
back
appreciate
a
it.
lot for that.
Yeah.
And wishing you all the best for the season.
Thank you.
You
Thank
You know what I
you.
mean?
Gonna be a
and
lot of
it's-
fireworks.
Yeah.
Harry.
yeah, and it's really good when you can sit down and talk to people and not really focus too much on the sports. It shows that, these guys are human beings, they have a
Yeah.
life outside of track and field. Athletes can fall in love too, all that stuff.
They're not robotic.
Yeah, we're not robots, you know what I mean? Even though they outshined us today in their
Right.
outfits.
Next
but-
time we know we're meeting up with them,
What?
we're gonna
What?
go.
I should have brought my
can't-
jacket. I should have brought my jacket.
Yeah.
I should have brought my jacket, man.
Well,
It's
we
all right.
all know now.
Yeah.
Next time, we're all gonna bring the fit.
Couples
Yeah, man.
edition.
Yeah, man. And
Yes.
if you want to go out in Jamaica, hit me up because I know you don't want to go to maybe an exotic place. Yeah.
No, but it wasn't his
I'll show you
idea.
a good
It
time.
wasn't
It
my
wasn't his
idea.
idea. It
But
was
Yeah.
last vacation they were on, they had fun. You guys were ATV in.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a vibe.
We
That's a
came back.
vibe.
Actually, quick story. We actually drove to Kingston on that trip to
Mhm.
come to a party. I was so disappointed. I ain't never been to such a bougie Jamaican party in my life. Everybody over here coming out
Hit
with
me
they clothes and their Dior outfits, and I'm just
And
like,
they're all-
I
they're all
know.
like-
First of all,
So you
I know
never
that's
went
fake.
here?
He
Yeah.
wants
Second
to
of all,
get to party.
wait,
He wants,
nobody was dancing.
he wants to
Yeah.
see people
What?
flicking.
I mean, they were barely drunk.
Yeah,
Is everybody like this?
Yeah,
Like,
they were. They
Yeah.
were
The
taking
state of
pictures.
America for this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
You know what I
like
mean?
kind of the new vibe-ish. It's
Yeah,
true.
man.
No, do not copy America, please. That is one thing you do not need to copy us on. Because I hate going out to the club because I have to bring my friends because my friend's
Yeah.
going to dance. We're going to have a good time.
Right.
And I just get in there and, we have our little section. Nobody else doing anything in their section. They're just ordering bottles
Yep.
and they're just standing around. And the girls are just standing around and nobody's dancing on the dance floor. Like,
Mhm.
no, I
Yep.
can't do it. Do not copy us on that. Please.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because when we go out, we like drip in sweat. Like
Yeah.
we go
Oh, man.
out to have a good
I enjoy
time.
That's what I
myself.
want.
I
Yeah.
want vibes.
I enjoy myself, man. I enjoy
Yeah,
myself.
because if
Vibe.
anything, I could have stayed home. Why
That's
am I
true.
wasting my beauty sleep?
Mhm. Exactly.
Yeah,
Whereas I
man.
have kids to wake up to. It has to be worth it.
Has to
be
Let me
worth
tell you
it.
guys, take your time before you get to that department.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, take the time.
Take your
Janelle.
time.
Take
Take your
your
time.
to me.
Well, yeah, man. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for
I wish
having
you
us.
Thank you for
guys
having
the best this season. I want a 49 this year.
It's going to happen.
I want a 49 this year.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
yeah, guys, thanks for
you.
joining. Remember to like and subscribe. Check out Noah YouTube. You have it. What's the name of your YouTube?
It's just Olympian Noah Lyles.
Just Olympian. No.
Anything
There you
you're
go.
doing that you want
What's
to
your
plug in?
What's your TikTok or your?
Yeah, this
It's
is where you
just
can find
Junelle
all the couple
Bromfield.
stuff. All the
Yeah.
couple stuff is on her TikTok.
Yeah.
All
What
right,
is it?
cool. So yeah, we
Junelle
will.
Bromfield.
Yeah,
Just
we
Junelle
will
Bromfield?
Yeah.
put these guys' information up so you guys can follow them. But you don't. I mean, it's easy.
No introduction,
Just
nothing.
Google
yeah.
us.
Yeah, just Google
But,
it.
but also we have to say thank you to Spanish Court
Oh,
for
man.
like this amazing
man.
S Hotel, for this
Yeah.
amazing space.
Listening.
Honestly,
These guys came to match
the
The
vibe.
aesthetic.
the
Yeah, the
match
shoes
vibe.
and everything. The Bob
Yeah,
Marley
shoes and everything. So, thanks again
S Hotel.
for letting us use this place, this space. You made us use it last year. It was a different,
Different
room, but
yeah.
still beautiful. We really love it. And thanks for watching Fast Lane Lifestyle. Don't miss a beat.